So we listen and we don't judge, okay? We listen and we don't judge.
Frederick Bachman? I don't know what he's doing. Like, his walls must be covered with paper, like planning out this book.
A debut novel full of magic, adventure, and romance. The Book of Doors opens a thrilling world of contemporary fantasy for readers of the Midnight Library, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and The Night Circus.
Oh my goodness, all the things. That's
Very
so
cute.
cool.
We're going to play a little bit of a game. This or that, Charlotte.
The question is...
Hey bookworms! Mom here, aka Sarah.
And Char.
Welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be doing a bit of a reading vlog, but in this video you're also gonna get a big haul as well. We're going to showcase some of the books that we got around like the holiday time.
Exactly.
As well as we're going to play a little bit of a game.
Yes, the game that we're going to be playing is This or That, but Bookish edition. So that will be so fun.
You guys will get a chance to also like engage and participate, okay? So we're going to be doing that, but first of all we're going to be showing you the books that we're currently reading, guys. I'm gonna start by jumping into The Final Offer. Guys, this has been sitting on my shelf for a good solid year because it was among the first books that we bought when we first started our channel, and I love the series, absolutely love the series. So there's like no real logical reason as to why I would leave it till now. I feel like, I don't know, I said that it was because I just wanted a break, and I feel like maybe I kind of did in the moment because these are some long books, right?
They are long.
They were really good. So now that I'm out of it, I'm like, why did I take a break? I'm like, why did I take a break? Like, while I'm on the other side of the fence now, my heart's telling me it's because I wanted to like prolong the book.
Yeah, you didn't want to like
I didn't want it to
series.
end.
Yeah.
So I've started The Final Offer, and so far I'm really loving it. I can't say if I'm gonna prefer this one over all the books, but so far the storyline is really good. It's really good getting a perspective of Cal, because he was the brother that was basically overlooked in the last book. Like, he was mentioned here and there because it wasn't his story yet. Now it's his time to shine, and it's him and oh my gosh, what's the girl's name again? I keep forgetting it.
Alana?
It's Alana, yes, thank you. It's him and Alana, and it's really nice hearing just her story as well, and how their, you know, romance is gonna come to be.
Yeah. Oh.
The cool thing is, like, one thing I love about Lawrence Asher's writing is that she has so much meat to her story. Like, there's so much.
There's a lot to it, right?
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Actual build, like, character growth.
Yes,
building, if that makes sense.
And realness and real life and all that jazz. So I'm currently loving this. I'm on chapter.
Oh wow, you're
13. Chapter 13. Not really.
I feel like well, because I haven't seen you pick it up that many times, you know. So I just like. I see you pick it up now and you're already that far. Because
honestly, I started listening to this. I listen to it sometimes on the audio, but then when I'm reading this, it's in the morning, so you're not here.
Oh, okay.
I wake up before the whole entire house and I'm reading, or I go to bed and I'm reading. So that's kind of like the times when I pick it up, or you're sleeping. When I'm reading, you're sleeping.
That's true.
So I know I haven't been picking up my book a lot during the day. I'm finding it harder and harder to just get back into the swing of things, in terms of like carving out time for myself, because that's what I said I was going to do last year, and that's what I kind of did. And now that it's 2025, I found that the year started, and like, it's just, time's just been passing, and I haven't been picking up any books like that. So I had to like kind of nudge myself and said, hey, what are you doing? Like, you got a library full of books here, you need to start reading them. And so I gave myself a nudge and I picked this one up, and yeah, I'm really needing to get back into the zone. I'm still also wrapping up The Air He Breathes by
Brittany Cherry.
I had to think for a second because this is my first book by her. The book is so good. I don't know why I don't pick it up as often. I don't know what it is, but I do prefer to have a book on my Kindle or two that I can read and pick up, and I feel like it has been that book. But I do like the fact that every time I put it down and pick it up, no matter how long time has passed in between, I'm good. Like, I feel like the story, like, I still get it. There's no, oh, what's happened?
There's no gap or in your memory of
I'm not lost.
Yeah, exactly.
Not lost.
That's great, because a lot of times when you're reading a book over a span of time, you know, you're forgetting everything that's happening at the beginning, and then the character's mentioned, and you're like, who is this character? What did they do? And then you're gonna have to go back and look through everything that you just read.
Yes. I didn't have to do that. I feel like in this book, when I picked it up the other day, I brought my Kindle with me when we took my son to an appointment, and it was out of town, so it was like driving, and I actually didn't bring my Kindle. I thought I brought it. I read it on my phone because I have the Kindle app on my phone, so I was reading it on my phone, and it was like really fun. I felt like I only had to backpedal. Like I flipped back a couple pages just to like overview, but not like full on reading. I was like, what happened again? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Cool. Went right back to where I was. Exactly. Because I was like freaked out. I was like, what? I'm on page 19. I was like, no way. And then it brought me back to where I was. I was like, thank God. Yeah. So yeah, those are the 2 books that I'm currently reading, and I am actually enjoying them both. I feel like they both have the potential to be what I would say is like 5 stars, but in the final offer, it is really still too early to say. But I'm loving the story so far. I'm loving Cal's perspective, and I like Alana. I do like Alana. I think
sounds a little shaky now.
I'm just saying, sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, like you're reaching a little bit, but overall I'm liking her a lot.
She's like standing on that edge where it's like good, like annoying, but also like nice character.
Yeah, well, she's got just like a really tough personality, right?
Oh, okay.
And so in the midst of that, there's not a lot. Sometimes there's like no room for the character, even if it's super trivial. So
yeah. Wait, so what trope is this though? Because one of the other ones was like arranged marriage.
So this is like the second chance romance, I think. This is second chance because they did kind of have a... I'm trying to still figure it out if it was a full-on relationship or if it was just like, I don't know. Because they were interested, and they used to make like ships together, and like, so I guess they were basically involved, but you know, there's like issues and different things that... Yeah, so it's a second chance romance.
Okay, that's cute. You like that?
Yeah, I honestly, I don't go into any trope kind of disliking it. I'm not sure which trope I'm really disliking at the current moment. I'm pretty open, and if the story's good, it's good. That's just how I'm feeling.
Hey, why not?
Oh yeah. If the character is annoying, I feel like the character can be annoying in any romance.
Exactly. Actually, yeah. Like, I feel it all just depends on the characters and how they make everything build up in the story. Yeah.
That's why I find it hard to tell, because sometimes I can be like, I don't really like this, but then I read another book and I'm like, whoa. Right? And that's so different. So I feel like I'm still young in the game of reading, that I haven't kind of solidified that like and dislike completely. I feel like I need more time.
Just a little more time. So, and then like you can, you know. Yeah, exactly.
So what are you reading?
For me, so I really haven't, so I'm still trying to get into the swing of reading again, just like you. With the whole last year's goal, finishing it, it just felt like, wow, I'm done.
Free.
And then it's just like, okay, hold on, I'm not reading right now. And it just felt really weird for some time. But I actually have been reading books for English, so I have been reading those.
You have been reading.
And that was Beartown and Fifth Business, both of which I finished in this year. Beartown, I literally actually just finished yesterday.
Oh, you did? You didn't even say anything.
I did. I was like, wow, I finished it.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay.
Okay, so how many stars? She's so the opposite of me, because when I'm done and I'm like, if I really, really love it, I'm gonna want to come and blab it to you.
I was honestly like struggling to think about the star rating for this.
Yeah.
And like throughout reading it, I was like, okay, it's like a 3, maybe like a 3.75. Hold on. But then at the end, when I finished the book and everything tied together, and like you just have to think about the book for like a good hour, so you understood like everything connects. And I'm between like a 4.5 and a 5 star.
Wow, that's a huge transition.
Honestly, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just me taking notes on the book, but everything tied together so well. Like Frederick Bachman, I don't know what he's doing. Like his walls must be covered with paper, like planning out this book, because everything ties together. You could tie, I want to say like 20 chapters together with just one line. I don't even understand how he does this, but I really liked it. And the book, I'm reading for English, right? So I have to think about different topics for essay ideas, right? But it's also pretty fun because it really judges morality in the town.
Yeah.
It's also a really, really good book.
You can't tell me because that's on my list.
I won't tell you.
That one's on my list, and I really need to get it. The only reason why I haven't gotten it is because I want the other copy, the second copy. And every time we see it, even though I've been told, like, we looked and we thought that was the newer copy. Yeah. We go in store and I still see the old one. And I'm like,
the other one's so much more bright and vibrant.
It's vibrant.
Yeah. But honestly, the other one reflects the book more, I think.
But I do not. No, stop.
The other one is
not convincing me.
A little more dull. Like, the book is kind of, I want to say, monotonous. Does that make sense? Like, very just like, I want to say monotone.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like a really chill read. But also you're worrying for the characters. So it's just like, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be different for me. Like, I'm just, you know, I don't really watch hockey.
Yeah. So, oh my goodness. That book actually made me interested in hockey.
You told me that.
It actually made me interested in hockey, and I'm like, whoa.
I don't really, so I don't watch hockey, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know, but I don't mind. But you know what?
But we're Canadian, so we love hockey.
We love hockey. But you know, the book might make me like hockey too. I can't say I'm gonna be the one to sit down and watch it, but you know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there have been other books that I've read that are sport related. Yeah. But none of them have made me interested in sport.
Okay.
Except for this one. Well, I think this one's literally Beartown. It's basically just hockey. Yeah. It's basically just hockey. The whole thing's centered around hockey. So if you don't like hockey, I don't know. You know,
every time when I think about Beartown, I envision that commercial that we see it's in Montreal, and it's that big rink that's lit up at night that like everyone's like playing hockey. Yeah, yeah. That's what I envision Beartown. Tell me, after reading it, is that what it's like in your head? That's not what I envision, no. Okay. Silence. I don't know why.
No, that's alright. That's alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good book, though.
So wow. So you wrapped up both your books?
So yeah, I did.
Oh wow, that's
both
really
those.
good.
But the two books that right now I'm actually kind of reading. I haven't really started them. I'm at the edge of starting them, if that makes sense, you know. And that is Heartless, which you guys might have seen me pick up last year, and Renegades.
Marissa Myers and who?
And Marissa Myers. Both of these books are by the same author. Okay. And it's kind of interesting. Like, this is actually like superhero sci-fi, and this here is like fairy tale romance. So they're very different genres, I would say. But I love her writing.
I was about to say, is her writing the same?
Her writing is kind of the same, but also kind of different. Like, this one I find more, I want to say fairy tale-esque. Maybe it's just the vibes. But these are both really good so far. All, like, collectively, I've read 80 pages of her. Yeah. But I think I want to read this one more because it's just a standalone. Whilst this is a trilogy. And I don't think I want to get into a trilogy right now. Like, I know I really want to read this one. So.
Unless it's really good.
Unless it's really good. Like, I don't want to read this one and then stop the trilogy to read this one and then go back into the trilogy. I feel like it just makes sense to read this. Yeah. And then start the trilogy. Right?
Yeah. It all depends on your reading style, I think.
I think, yeah. Because the one series that I read all in a row was A Good Girl's Guide. And I really did like that. Just like reading it all together because your memory did not fade.
But you also didn't like that.
I didn't like that
because you didn't love the books.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Yeah. That being said, we also have a little mini haul for you guys. But before I get into that, you guys sold books, because how about we talk about the book that I have 3 copies of.
Hold on, let me grab the other one.
You want to grab the other one because I can see it. How about we talk about this book that I have 3 copies of? So we listen and we don't judge, okay? We listen and we don't judge.
Care to explain?
So this book, I've heard a lot of good things about this book. I've heard a lot of good things about the author. I have several books kind of piled up by Ellen Hildebrand right now because I heard that she writes books along the genre and along the style of writing that I like. I have a legitimate source because my source tends to love all the same books that I like. My source tends to give them similar ratings to what I give them. So I'm trusting this source until it fails me. I went to HomeSense once upon a time, right before the holidays, and I found a copy there. Really good copy too, like $7.99. Shout out to one of you guys who in the past reminded us that HomeSense, before we got into reading, when we used to peruse through there, at times I'd like, oh wow, they have books, but it was like a few at the time.
Yeah.
We weren't deep into reading yet, and we hadn't started our channel yet. But then now that we started our channel and we go back there, and I'm like impressed. They have like a huge selection of different books.
Like it's growing. I think it's growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have new releases. Like we have seen the Emily Henry's Happy Place, which I have on my shelf. We've seen I'm basically gonna list a bunch that I see on my shelf. Which one? They had Beach Read. They also had this, The Fiance Dilemma, which is a new one. Like we saw this when we went to the cottage in the summer for summer vacation, and I got it up there. Well, actually, yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna read it up there, but it had just came out like at that when we discovered this new bookstore, and we grabbed this up there, which was really cool.
I think we got that at HomeSense.
No, I got it. I thought okay, scratch that. I'm being corrected by Charlotte. But you're right. We saw it up there.
We did see it up there.
We saw it up there. And I was debating getting it, but we ended up actually getting quite a bit of books, you and I.
We did.
We got a whole bunch of books coming home from vacation with a whole bunch of stuff already in our vehicle. Our dogs, all 7 members of the family, all of our belongings. Yeah, we did that. So this book was, I was super interested, but I guess I didn't get it because I ended up getting a whole bunch of other books. And then I came by this at HomeSense as well because the price is on the back and it says $16.99. So the prices do vary, but it's still like a really good price because this was what?
That would be like 20, right?
Yeah. Well, no, at the bookstore up in the Muskokas, it was about 24.
It's over the price for us.
Yeah, it's over the price.
Yeah, it would be like 24.
I think it was like $24.90 something up there, and I did get it for like $16.99. So that's a pretty huge difference.
That's good. Another one that we did see at HomeSense was Char.
Yes.
That we actually got it.
And I did get that one as well. I can't say I know where it is on my shelf right now, but that's also a different genre than what I'm used to reading. So I'm very excited to read that one. If I can find a picture, put it right here for you guys. Anyways, back to this book. I picked this one up at HomeSense. Then I totally forgot that I picked it up at HomeSense because when I made my book outlet order around the holidays, I ordered it again. So anyways, it came, but it was like super mashed up. The covers and stuff was like, I've been trying to press it out. That's why it even looks better, but it's like super, it's got like a big ridge down the side, and it was basically like a treat for myself. I was buying it as like a gift to myself, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of rough. I debated long and hard if I should message them, and I did when I returned back from vacation, and then they sent me another one, which was so sweet. They didn't hesitate. They saw it and they were, you know, apologetic about it because it's already ripping. This one's already ripping up here because of how sharp this rip is. So I'm going to be donating this one to like a free little library. But then I ended up having 2 copies now.
We'll find use for them.
Definitely going to be putting it on my TBR cart for 2025. So that's another video in itself that you guys can look out for. We're going to show, I guess, the 25 books that we plan on reading in 2025.
Yes.
Just wanted to share that with you because I thought when I showed Charlotte the other day, I was like, Charlotte, like, is this for real? Like, do I really have 3 copies of this book? I knew I had 2, but 3? That's too much. Yeah. That's too much.
Yeah. Mom was like, wait, check to see if this is the book downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And I come down here, same book.
Yeah. Like, one's not in French. No, not in French. They're all the same.
Yeah.
Anyways, we listen and we don't judge.
Such is life.
Yeah, so anyways, because obviously being book lovers, and what do we like for the holidays? What do we like for Christmas? Books and more books.
Give us books.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I guess you should probably start because your books are Christmassy.
Yeah. Okay.
So Charlotte's gonna go through and show you what she got real quick, and then I'm gonna show you mine.
I have showed these in previous videos. So the ones I got was for my sister, and this is 100 Days in Sunlight. Wait, 100 Days of Sunlight. Okay, I read this already. 5-star. It was so cute. I really like this one a lot. Cute little read. You know, it was like 200 pages. Oh, 300 pages. And it's basically like, okay, it says when 16-year-old poetry blogger Tessa Dickinson is involved in a car accident and loses her eyesight for 100 days, she feels like her whole world has been turned upside down. And she meets this guy who has both his legs amputated, and it's basically them just learning to get through the trauma together, you know? And just like,
oh, wow.
you know, enjoy life, you know? This was like 100 Days of Sunlight.
Never even heard of it. So like, is this a book that you'd say is kind of underrated? Because if I've never heard about it, I've never seen it circulating around Book Talk. Is it popular or is it undiscovered?
I have not actually seen anyone really review this book. The only person I've seen it is Sincerely B, right? And yeah, that's the only way I've seen this book. It's so underrated.
And who's the author? Maybe mention her name.
Oh, this is by Abby Emmons, and she actually has a YouTube channel.
Does she really?
She has a YouTube channel.
Oh,
which we should check out, because honestly, that's cool. That's really cool. And that leads me to the second book, which is the second book in the series, actually. It's called The Best Christmas Ever, and it's basically just them in Christmas, which is really fun.
So cool. I was going to ask you, I was going to say, does it incorporate the two same characters at Christmas time?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's really cute. Yeah, it was
cool.
This is such a cute little read, and it just brought the feels too, because I read it basically Christmas Eve, you know? So it was just really, really nice.
Nice.
Both of these were 5 stars. You should really check them out because they're severely underrated.
And they're YAs.
And they're YAs. Oh yeah. They're YAs and they're completely clean. Completely clean.
Nice.
Really, really good. The last one too is... this one actually came as a shocker to me. I did not expect this. But... it is The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. And look at this book. Look at that beast. Oh my goodness. It's so chunky.
It was your dad's idea.
So I honestly don't know too much about this book. I just know it's book 1 of the Stormlight Archive. I don't know how many books are in this series, but
it's called The Way of the Kings.
The Way of Kings, yeah.
Or The Way of Kings. Okay, and that I don't know. I guess you and him have discussed these like you've been discussing Brandon Sanderson and been more interested in getting his books.
Exactly.
And we've heard a lot of great things about this author.
Oh yeah, so. Like he's written a lot of books. A lot
and
of
you
books.
are into sci-fi too.
Yeah. Like I'm honestly really, really excited to just like dive into his world, because I think all the books he writes take place in one world of his.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty interesting, you know, because there's going to be a lot of world building to incorporate so many different stories.
And run into people and stuff like that?
Yeah, I don't know. That'd actually be really cool. I would love that.
In my mind, I'm thinking that because if you're like in the same world.
Exactly.
Well, the world's a big place.
Dimensions and stuff. World is a big place.
The world's a big place.
That'll be fun to read. This will be a whole adventure to read because that's a lot. But that'll be fun. Now diving into Mom's books.
Okay guys, so we had to take a break, but I decided to kind of just show you three out of the books that I got, because I'm actually going to save up to make like a big haul for you guys. I have quite a few books I have a huge, like a mega book haul to do right now that I've been like accumulating over a period of time, and they've just been kind of sitting there. Yeah, I still need to do that. But anyway.
That will be very fun. I will tell you that. It will be very fun.
It will be. Exactly. Because there's some thrifted books in there, but there's also a lot of just really brand new books that I've just been purchasing throughout the end of last year. I know. Crazy, right? You're like, Sarah, why is that not in a haul yet? I don't know. I cannot tell you. Anyways, 3 of the books that I got over the holiday time. The first one was The Book of Doors. My husband went shopping, grocery shopping in Costco, and he saw this one. This one was said to be, let me see, what does the synopsis say? All I know is she said that it said, if you enjoyed The Midnight Library, then you'd enjoy this one. And it's by Gareth Brown. A debut novel full of magic, adventure, and romance. The Book of Doors opens a thrilling world of contemporary fantasy for readers of The Midnight Library, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and The Night Circus, which we also have as well. And any modern story that mixes the wonder of the unknown with just a tinge of darkness. Okay, so it sounds like it's up my alley, because Midnight Library, I loved. I gave that book a 5-star, like 5-star. Loved it. That being said, I also picked up this one, The Humans by Matt Haig. And once again, like I said, it's a little bit outside my genre per se, because I like to read a lot of like romance, contemporary romance. I do like literary fiction as well. And yeah, just I'm not sure what genre this falls into, but I think it is sci-fi, right?
It looks sci-fi.
It looks sci-fi.
Because like The Humans, I think it's about aliens?
Yeah, that's what it appears
Right?
to be. It says it's a book that it's a laugh and a cry book. Troubling, thrilling, puzzling, believable, and impossible. Matt Haig uses words like a tin opener. Is that a word? Or is that two? I don't know. We are the tin. Okay.
I don't really know what that means.
I don't know what that means. But I, for some reason, felt drawn to picking up this Matt Haig book just because I was really loving The Midnight Library. And that was like a surprise factor. It's a book that I've heard a lot of reviews about all year long in like 2024.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, okay, I'm excited to read it, but I didn't know what to anticipate, and I absolutely fell in love with that book. To me, it was more like a book like Eleanor Oliphant.
Oh,
that's what it reminds me of. I
could see that.
For some reason, like I'm really drawn to like British literature. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because the characters, I don't know, there's just so much life, and
I feel like they could just be very, what's the word? Just realistic in some ways, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just like kind of like understanding the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe it, but you know, even just like in British television, you can kind of see that.
It's just different. They're very like real characters, and they don't beat around the bush. I feel like that's what I loved about that book. And I'm sure a lot more things, but it inspired me to get this one, The Humans by Matt Haig, as well. I just wanted to get something else by him because I've never read his books outside of that one, and I wanted to just branch out and try some others, because that's what you do when you find an author that you actually love and you adore their book, right?
Exactly.
You feel inclined to want to pick up some more by them. Anyways, then my husband once again was grocery shopping at Costco, and he perused through the book section and found this one's called What the Wife Knew. He knows there's something about me and loving like thrillers about like married couples or relationships. It's always very interesting. Who murdered the husband she planned to kill? Oh yeah. So this one sounded very interesting because it was like basically the girl, it sounded like she was planning to take care of him.
Yeah.
But he was taken care of already. But it's like, who did it?
Who would do that?
Who would do it? This is an author called Darby Kane. I've never heard of her either.
Author
what
of Pretty
does it say?
Little Wife?
Is it? Oh, which I have. I have that one.
Right?
I thrifted that one, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Richmond Dougherty is a renowned pediatrician surgeon, an infamous tragedy survivor. Okay, I was like, the D threw me off. And a national hero. He's also very dead. Thanks to a fall down the stairs. His neighbor angrily points a finger to the new Mrs. Dougherty, Addison. The sudden marriage to this mysterious young woman who only lasted 97 days. And he had 2 suspicious accidents during that time. Now Addison is a very rich widow. As law enforcement starts to circle in on Addison and people in the town become increasingly hostile, sides are chosen with Catherine, Richmond's high school sweetheart, wife number 1, and the mother of his children, leading to fray. Oh, so he was married before. Despite rising tensions, Addison is even more driven to forge ahead on the path she charted years ago. Determined at all costs to unravel Richmond's legacy, Addison soon becomes a target. With a shocking note left on the bedroom wall, "You will pay." What? Okay.
That's a lot.
Right? I know, I'm trying to process it as I'm reading it. I'm like, okay. But it will take a lot more than faceless threats to stop her. Her plan to marry Richmond and then ruin him may have been derailed by an unexpected death. But she's not done with him yet. Darby Kane. Oh my gosh, that was interesting. I never read the back of that. I've never read the back of that. So, yeah.
That's interesting though.
It's very interesting. My eyes clearly plays tricks on me when the writing is like so thin.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just sounds interesting on a whole. I like, it's nice picking up books there because they're only like half the price. So
yeah,
if it's not good, you only feel half as bad. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And then the next book that I want to show you is like our reading journals that we got. This one we actually got gifted from her sister to the both of us because she knows we like to read. I got a purple one and you got a green one.
Yeah.
Want to show them the insides of it?
Yes. Oh my
I won't show it to you because my nail that I did over the holiday literally just popped off, so it looks so gunky and I do not want to slip up as I'm showing you. So we'll give it to Charlotte.
Did that. Okay, obviously there's like a belongs to. Honestly, this is just so so cute. So there's an index in the first page. I don't know if you can really see
we
that.
can't see it.
Really
I will film it and we'll put it down on the carpet maybe so you can see it. But
yeah,
we got some new reading journals because I don't know, because I mean it was gifted to us, but we did attempt to start our own and it didn't go that well.
You know what I got to? I got to February.
And you started in January?
No, I did January and then I started February, but I never finished February.
That's what I mean. You started in January and you got to February? That's not good.
That's kind of sad.
Good at all.
But like, I think it would be really cute to make a whole scrapbook version. Like you want like a neat reading journal, but then you can get like a scrapbook reading journal.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you don't care to have like super neat, but it can express your emotions towards the books.
Yes.
Which I think would be really, really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one is just really cool, just to jot down immediate things.
Exactly.
You give it your immediate like 2-star. No, you don't want to do that. 5 stars.
So yeah, there's index, there's daily reading tracker. Reading challenge, books to read, books finished, favorite books, did not finish.
And look at that, like reading challenge.
Wow.
Oh, that is so cool. Look at that.
That's so cute.
That
oh my
is
goodness.
very cute. Oh, I love it.
Oh my goodness, all the things. That's
very
so cool.
Yeah.
That's actually gonna be really cool. So I gotta fill this out because there's only 2 books that I've read. That will be really, really cool.
That, guys, wraps up our little video. As you can see, like the game never happened in this video, or maybe we'll just do one question. Maybe we'll just do one question. We owe it to you because we said we were gonna do it. Check out our short section because we're gonna actually feature it in the short section.
Okay.
But this or that, Charlotte.
Okay, so the question is cracked spine or no cracked spine. Are you the person who will like take your book and not want the spine to crack and like you read it like this? Or are you going to be like and just like crack it, you know?
I'm not usually cracking spines, but when I read this one, I remember just reading it like this the whole time. And you can see it, still see it's a little firm. But I kept reading it like this and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so hard on the hands. Like it hurts your hand. And then I had to be like, Charlotte, please deal with this for me. And she cracked it a little bit. Like it's still intact.
Exactly. It's basically to make the pages easier to just like move around. Because like you bend it from the very base. Yeah. So the spine doesn't crack. Yeah. But it's already just the pages are bent. Yeah. That makes sense.
Do you want me to guess for you?
You can guess. What do you think?
That's for me, but for you, I think you cracked your spines.
You crack my spine?
I don't know. Okay.
Actually, I think whoever cracks spines is a monster.
Oh my goodness.
I hate a cracked spine. Okay, honestly, that's why even with little books like this, it's so hard not to crack the spine. Yeah. So when I read, I'm going to be reading like this.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to, like, I can't bend. If I bend it, I'm gonna be sad. Because I don't know why. It just is like a little peeve. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it'll change in the future. Some books, I think if it's a book I really don't care that much about, I really won't care. Yeah. You know?
True.
I like for the book I was reading for school, I was like there trying to like, you know, write down quotes from it and just using my arm to pin it down and I'm like, yeah. And like that was okay.
I hear you. Okay. That's our answer.
Yeah. Comment down below your guys' answer for that, if you crack your spines or if you don't.
So share that below, let us know your thoughts. And that, I think, is going to bring us to the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content, and we'll see you in the next one.
We'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.